Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Mary Lawrence, vegan chef and wellness educator with Well on Wheels. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Well on Wheels for more information. Today I'd like to bring you a presentation put together exclusively for the plant-based support group on Facebook. If you haven't yet become a member, you can find out how to join at the end of this presentation. When I first went vegan 20 years ago, it was tough to figure out what to buy. I ended up with a grocery cart full of products I had no idea how to use and produce that went bad before I could eat everything. Does that sound familiar? Well, that's why I've put together this quick presentation called Stocking Your Vegan Pantry, so you don't have to make the same mistakes that I did. Instead, you'll have the ingredients to create your favorite quick and easy recipes any day of the week. And this is what we'll cover in this presentation. Recommendations for filling your pantry and refrigerator with essentials such as whole grains, legumes, bulk items, canned goods, and herbs and spices. We'll also talk about how to easily prepare delicious meals through intuitive cooking techniques using these pantry staples. So let's begin. It helps to have a neatly organized pantry to store these essentials. I like to put dried beans and whole grains in canning jars with tightly sealed lids. My pantry also has my cooking essentials like oil, seasonings, and herbs and spices. I have a small selection of these that I keep right next to the stove on the counter so that they're within easy reach. For whole grains, I like to have a variety of rices on hand as well as whole grain pasta. Brown rice is a staple in my kitchen, short in the colder weather and then long grain in the cooler seasons. And I eat gluten-free, so my favorite pasta is tinkyata brown rice pasta. I like the penne. And I also like to have the Thai rice pasta on hand. And these are some other grains I like to have in my pantry, or for longer term storage over 3 months, I keep them in my freezer in order to prevent them from going rancid. I also store a variety of dried beans in canning jars in my pantry. And lentils are my favorite since they cook fairly quickly and they don't need to be soaked overnight. So for curries, I really like doing the red lentils that cook down, make a nice dal. Always have your favorite condiments on hand for adding flavor so you can prepare meals from various ethnic cuisines. Crushed tomatoes and beans can be used for Italian and Mexican cooking, and coconut milk is used in Thai and Indian food, and tamari for Japanese and Chinese food. I also use tahini for making hummus in Mediterranean food. And here's a list of some of my favorites that I use regularly. Even mustard and ketchup, which normally you think of just squeezing on a vegan burger, but believe it or not, they can be used in so many other ways, such as barbecue sauce, salad dressing, glaze for vegan meatloaf, and you can even use them to flavor soup. So study this list. It's really the key to versatility and having fun in your kitchen. Herbs and spices also make great fun for flavor and make food an adventure. And my cookbook, Eat Vegan With Me, explains which herbs and spices can be combined together to create different flavor profiles. For example, cumin and chili powder are often the base of Mexican cuisine, and basil, parsley, and oregano are key ingredients for Italian cooking. If you're not sure that you trust your flavor intuition, a great reliable resource is Penzeys. They make excellent spice blends, which are reliably delicious. Many of the pantry staples can also be stored in the refrigerator once they're opened. I use my meat bin to store nuts, seeds, and dried fruit in order to keep them fresh longer. And I also have non-dairy milk, vegan butter, tofu, and tempeh in my fridge so that I can make quick entrees. In the freezer, I store fruits and vegetables that can be used in smoothies, and super ripe bananas, once they look like they're about to go bad, I put them in my freezer, and same thing, I can just pull them out for making smoothies, and even for making nice cream, which is another treat. The key is to have a rainbow of fresh fruits and veggies always available, whether it's on your kitchen table in a fruit bowl, or in your refrigerator, or in the freezer. And these are some of my staples for making smoothies, soups, and stir fries. You always want to keep that holy trinity of veggies, the onion, celery, and carrot, in your vegetable bin, and those can be cut up quickly and put together for any kind of a soup base. In addition, there's some superfoods that you might want to have available in your pantry as well. I like chia seeds, ground flax seeds, and hemp seeds on my morning breakfast cereal, and then the winter for my oatmeal. I stir them in for some extra protein and calcium. Bulk items are great because you can buy as much as you need or as little as you can afford, because sometimes they can be pricey. And that way you're not wasting any food and you're not wasting any money, and you're getting the full health benefits as well. For quick snacks, I always like to have some dried fruit on hand as well as nuts and seeds in my fridge, so I can toss them together for, when I'm running out the door and I need a quick bite of food, or if I'm going hiking, I take them as a trail mix. When you stock your pantry and refrigerator with all of these essentials that I've mentioned in this presentation, you can prepare so many fabulous foods without having to look at cookbook after cookbook, blog site after blog site. You don't have to spend hours at the grocery store. Just stock up on these pantry staples and you will have a wide variety of ingredients in order to prepare foods like Indian curry or mushroom gravy, Italian pesto. You don't need the cheese um, you don't need the cheese for pesto. If you're making pesto, it's similar, but you don't need the nuts either. You can make puddings, you can make fresh Mexican salsa, you can do marinara sauce, any kind of a sauce with these ingredients. You can make fruit smoothies. Sofrito is like a Mexican pesto. You can make sorbet with frozen veggies that are blended together in your food processor. So many soups can be made with these ingredients, and then of course vinaigrettes for your salads. So just learn one basic pasta recipe, one basic stir-fry recipe, and one basic rice dish, rice and bean dish, and you can vary the ingredients and sauces in order to increase your repertoire exponentially. Thank you for joining me for the Stocking Your Vegan Pantry presentation. I hope it helped make the thought of grocery shopping and cooking plant-based foods a little less daunting. And if you'd like to learn more and connect with others on the vegan journey, join my plant-based support group on Facebook and post a question or comment. I look forward to connecting with you.